Hi and welcome, Lisa here for Trinity Stamps. Thanks for joining me here for another card video. So today I'm sharing a few espresso inspired clean and simple cards with you. I'm using the new Martini stamp set and putting my own spin on it. So I stamped the Martini glasses onto Copic Express Blend cardstock using Memento Tuxedo black ink, and then I ran those through the scan and cut. I'm going to do some very simple coloring with these. Now, when I say these cards are quick and easy, I am not kidding with you. We're going to get started with E49, and I'm just laying down color by dabbing that marker nib to the image. Seriously, you can't even call this color. I feel like I cheated on this. So I'm going to follow that E49 with E29, and then E27, E25, then E33 at the very top, and then finish that off with E30. And I'm just making it look like the glass has espresso martini in it. So a little bit of cool gray to the glass, and then we're going to be done. So I colored two more of the images the same way, plus I colored the olives on the stir stick brown, and I'll explain that shortly. Okay, so I have the rectangle foundation stencil here, and I'm going to use a blender buddy. Now I just used some purple tape to hold this in place. I have a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base. I'm going to use some Audrey blue ink just to create a very soft rectangle to kind of set that martini glass off. So I'm going to start on the stencil and work some of that ink into that blender buddy, and then start working off of the stencil. And I'm going to lighten the pressure as I move towards the center of my card. Super, super simple. Okay, so there's a really cute little coffee bean die in the mini coffee cup sleeve die set by Trinity. I'm using that little bean to and I'm going to die cut 3 of those out of white cardstock. Now you could use brown cardstock if you wanted, but I have my markers right here, so I figured I would just go ahead and color those up with my Copic markers. I used E29 and E25 for that. Also, I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid adhesives to go ahead and put the beans together. And I'm going to use that same liquid adhesive to the back of the martini glasses so I can center those on my card bases. Now, the foundation stencils come in handy for this because of the grid lines. It makes it super easy to center those images. Okay, so let's talk printed sentiments real quick. Now, because I don't normally do a lot of coffee-inspired cards, therefore my coffee stamp stash is very small. Plus, oftentimes it allows me to rethink a stamp set like this one. Now, with that being said, the stamper in me still wants all the amazing sentiment stamps out there, so I keep buying them. Now I printed the sentiments onto white cardstock, and I'm using my paper trimmer just to trim those down, added some foam adhesive strips to the back so I could go ahead and place those on the card. Now the little stir sticks, I had colored the olives brown because I knew I was going to put those chocolate coffee beans on there. So I didn't want any of the olives to stand out. So that's why I went ahead and colored those brown. I did trim part of that bottom olive off that stir stick because I just wanted it to look like a stir stick, and then the coffee bean is in the glass. So I finished these off with a few of those chocolate sprinkles and some glossy accents, and then I set those aside and let those dry. Okay, so that's going to bring us to the end of this video. Let me know what you think about these clean and simple cards in the comments below, and your thoughts on printed sentiments. So I really appreciate you joining me today. I hope you'll click that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of new content to this channel. Now, for more information on the products I used, please head over to the Trinity Stamps website, and I hope you have an amazing day.